Hey guys, well, I've got a surprise to share with you. I just finished a Skype interview with Michelle Stockman. She is a reporter with AFP, a French-based television channel in New York, and she's currently doing research on an upcoming video project on prepping and survivalism. She's an absolute delight to talk with, very energetic, and I think her project will be very interesting. I'm hoping she'll keep us up to date so we can tune in when she completes her video. So stand by and I'll share snippets of a wonderful interview on prepping and survivalism.
Now, you don't have a little camera, do you?
Yeah, and I have it enabled. Let me just see here. I thought I had it enabled. Let's see here. Let's try that.
I'm kind of curious about your project that you have going on.
There we go.
Hi.
Hi, can you see me now?
I can, yes.
Okay, great.
So you're off work right now, I'm assuming. You're at home.
I am, but you know, work kind of and home sometime gel, so.
Yeah, you probably work all the time.
It's true, pretty often.
Now,
but I have a flexible schedule, so.
What is your project? So you're getting ready to, or it sounds like you're doing a research for a video that you're planning. Is that?
Yes, I'm a videographer for Agence France Presse, which stands for AFP, which is a French newswire. And so I'm doing research for a video that I'm going to produce for them.
How exciting. And is it going to be on prepping and preparedness? Is that what I gathered?
Yes. What we do is we follow national trends. And so if you look over the past couple of years, the blogosphere has just erupted with blogs and forums and people trying to reach out.
It's amazing to me how much information is available now. And of course with the internet, that information's rapidly accessible to a lot of people.
Definitely. And if you look at the numbers, you know, I've talked to quite a few bloggers actually, and you know, they're saying some of them get hundreds of hits a day. Some of them are getting, you know, up to tens of thousands of hits per month. So really, this is something that's really of interest to a lot of people, and not only in the United States, but also internationally. Well, your videos are really well put together. You know, I've taken a look at your YouTube channel, and I caught the one on how to suture in a remote location, and you know, one where you were on the road and you wanted to see if you could reconstruct kind of a simple first aid kit. And you know, your camera setup, basically how you're able to show the sequence of processes is really well done. So I can understand why people come, because it's a clear, well-prepared message.
Well, I appreciate that. I love the technology. I love the cameras and the video equipment. So coming from a videographer, I will take that as a very humble compliment. I appreciate that very much.
I think it reflects kind of what you've picked up on, is that there's a huge interest and there's a thirst for this information. And so I get people, I could literally retire from work if I could support myself and make these videos, because I have a list. Every time someone sends me something, I put it in a file and I make a list, and some of them are interesting projects and you think, I actually have an interest on that, I have a little expertise, it'd be a great video topic. I probably have easily 2 years worth of videos at requests that I could do and not go to work.
Wow.
You know, and I would love it. I just wouldn't be able to support myself.
I know, yeah, I know. I wanted to get to know you a little bit better and find out what was your original motivation to get interested in prepping.
Right. Well, I think I've always been at heart a prepper, although I never really knew that term until I would say maybe 5 years ago when I stumbled upon some stuff on the internet. But I was a fireman for a while, and my wife and I were actually involved in 2 disasters that I think radically changed the way we think about things in terms of just always being prepared, because you never know when something's going to happen. And that was, we lived in California. I was a fireman, and there was the earthquake, the Loma Prieta, or some people call it the San Francisco earthquake, but it was really Loma Prieta south of San Francisco. And then before that, what prompted me to become a fireman is, I think it was 2 or 3 years before that, there was a huge flood in Santa Cruz County, which is where we lived, and we got, I think, an inch an hour for 24 hours of rain. And I mean, there was a flood, and we lived in a little cabin on a backcountry logging road, and we liked that kind of remote environment, and we had a composting toilet and in a well and all of that stuff. And our road washed out, and a mudslide came down and almost wiped out our little cabin. And
Yikes.
and we both said, we weren't really prepared. I had a four-wheel drive, and we had some basic stuff, and then we realized that we need to be prepared. And we've always had four-wheel drive ever since then, and equipment and supplies, and we've always just been prepared.
Well, I would say, through my research, I've found many different motivations of people who want to be prepared. So, there is, first of all, people who are involved in emergency situations. Then there are those who have gone through emergency situations like 9/11 or Hurricane Katrina. Then there are those who are religiously motivated. Their churches counsel them to have a food storage, to have a plan, to be able to be self-sufficient. Yep.
Right.
And then there's also people who are interested in creating off-the-grid communities so that they don't have to be dependent on oil or energy sources. And then so there are a lot of different motivations. The video is actually going to be pretty short, so I won't be able to include everything. But
right, but you
I
clearly,
just am so interested. Yeah.
Yeah, you clearly have a good background and interest there.
Well, as an individual, you can't change the nation, but what do you think you can do as an individual?
See, I disagree with you on that. I think we can. Gosh, I hope we can. I mean, that's the foundation of our country, that we can change the direction of the nation, because we are the nation. I think people. I think people need to wake up and look at what's going on and change what we're doing. And it's not to be quite honest, it's not a political issue. It's not a Democrat or a Republican issue. It's a United States, we the people issue, and we need to wake up and look at what we're doing. We have gone from a country where we had opportunity, and if you wanted to do something or if you had a dream, the one thing that the American dream gave you was the opportunity to pursue that dream. Now, you may be successful or you may not be successful, but if you wanted to pursue that dream, the best place to do it was in the United States of America. We have gone from that, and we've traded it away to a country of entitlements where things are guaranteed and given to people. And I think what we've done is we've collapsed excellence down to a mediocre playing field, and that's not what we're about, and that's not where we're our greatest.
No, I mean, I'm not here to make any judgments. I'm here to report facts and opinions of the people I interview. So I'm not, my job is to be apolitical.
Right, and I appreciate that. I think that's,
and
I think that's the way things need to be. That's part of the reason I would want to do this, is to show how helpful it is to talk to you.
And that's what I kind of want to get across. I think the barrier that comes to me as a videographer is that I will need to, go and film someone at their home. And I think people are a little bit nervous about, showing what's going on, but I am willing to work with people to make it so that we don't identify where they're living. The more people are aware of you and the more friends you have in the community, the more you're able to band together and be okay. So I think it's for a number of reasons, and it's been frustrating to say the least, but I think that would be fine. I want to show people that I'm open to share myself, and so yeah, I think if
I don't know how big of an exposure you'll get, because I'm a little teeny YouTube channel with.
What I do want to say though is that I will be producing this for AFP, and so I will want to show different perspectives, and so I will most likely choose the quotes that are the most interesting that people say. So again,
but you have
just
to make
keep
a
that in mind.
Of course, and you have to make a package, and I think as a videographer, that's your tool, is to take this big chunk of information that's too hard to digest and then break it down so that people can see, and then they go off and do their own research or whatever. But so absolutely. Okay. I wish you the best.
So thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
All right. Thanks, Michelle.
Okay. Bye-bye.